Grandmaster Sports Handicapper Joe Duffy of Joe Duffy's Picks on OffshoreInsiders.com. We've got the Monday Night Football side. I am the NFL Specialist. Plus, we've got a college hoop wise guy play. We also have a college basketball major plan, which the line is likely going to move, so the earlier you purchase, the better. Go 3-0 right now with the Grandmaster, Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. The Monday Night Football preview. The latest odds on this game have Detroit at 6.5. with a total of 50. We do see some 50.5s out there. And you can also get Detroit at -7 plus 103. Now let's take a look at our famous clipboard. Some sharp letter news and notes. As you know, Matt Stafford, always a predictably unpredictable quarterback. He enters this game having lost 3 of 4 straight up. However, the theory doesn't perfectly fit, as normally when you got a predictably unpredictable quarterback, the theory is to go with the underdog, go with him as an underdog if he's playing poorly, and then fade him as a favorite if he's playing well. Well, obviously he's playing poorly, but he is a big favorite. Now, Joe Flacco plays his best games as of late. He's 3-0 straight up and 4-1 the last 5 to get back into the race. Since October, in the final 5 minutes of the ball game, he's got the best quarterback rating at 96.9 and passer rating at 132.4. completing 63.3% of his passes with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Now, Calvin Johnson, Detroit superstar receiver, will have a little bit of extra motivation. Remember, he was called old by Baltimore safety Matt Elam. Des Bryant, remember earlier this year, he fired up Calvin Johnson, said, I'm every bit as good as Calvin Johnson. And then Calvin put up 329 yards receiving against the horrible Cowboys defense. Second biggest receiving game in NFL history. Now, Reggie Bush is expected to come back for Detroit. Remember, last game he injured his calf in warm-ups. In 7 indoor games, Bush has gained 931 total yards. He's averaging 2.7 more yards per carry indoors and 0.2 more yards per rushing attempt. Lions have given up the second most points in the fourth quarter this season at 112. So those of you who'd like to bet those quarter lines or the live betting, that's very important. Also keep in mind that 8 of Joe Flacco's 18 touchdowns this year are in the fourth quarter. Now, Stafford is off of his worst game of the year, but that was played in the snow. Now he's playing indoors at home. We'll take a look at some trends on this game in a moment, but don't forget, you want the top side, the top total on this game. Top total is from Stevie Vincent's Picks, and that's also at OffshoreInsiders.com. The man is on fire, and he's got a special huge sale today. Huge sale today on the weekly package, Stevie Vincent. Now let's take a look at some spread betting trends. All records are against the spread. Home team has covered 4 straight in this series. Ravens 6-2 on Monday nights. They've covered 5 straight on the road against teams with a winning home record. 18-6 overall against teams with a winning record. But they're only 1-8, the Ravens are, in the month of September, and 1-4 off of a straight-up win. Meanwhile, Detroit 3-13 after allowing more than 30 points in the previous game. They're 1-5 in the month of September. Some over-under trends. Baltimore has gone over 4-1 versus teams with a winning home record. They've gone under, though, 9-3 on field turf. And Baltimore has gone under 7-3 after allowing more than 350 total yards in the previous game. Detroit under 6 straight on Monday nights. They've gone over 19-9 in the month of September. They've gone over 6-2 overall. Remember all the bowl picks you need. And also our podcast. We're going to be having all kinds of bowl previews and podcasts. And it's all right here. Remember, you can subscribe to us either on iTunes, YouTube, and we're available on a lot of those podcast apps such as Stitcher, dar.fm or dar.fm, whatever the heck it's called. Tune in and a whole lot more. The podcast from OffshoreInsiders.com.